Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. Clarence Seedorf, he's a leader, he's a schemer, a controller, he's certainly a winner, he's all of those things, and he's much, much more.
I'll take it a step further. He's a serial winner on the European scene. In fact, it's that pedigree which I see as his greatest quality. He knows exactly...
He gets big! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yildiz clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That's an imaginative pass. And that's been slipped through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Roberto Carlos. Decent progress down the left. And it's Seedorf. Bale. Bellingham. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That is ended up in no man's land. Shot could be on. Cleared without complication.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Bale. And that's a good-looking ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Rodri. And here's Osimhen. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
He won't be happy with that one. Bellingham can so cleverly bypass the press. Roberto Carlos. He's found a way through. Hangs one in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Now this could be a chance. Tries a shot! And it's a goal! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And he was quick to react. Rodri. Now DiMarco. Passing is crisp and sharp. Played back in. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And it's Drogba. And this is Eto'o. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Van der Ven deals with that comfortably. Bale. And it's Bellingham. And it's Bale. Now it's Yildiz. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Drogba. Bellingham. Roberto Carlos. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Yaya Toure. That's a decent clearance. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Eto'o. Aimed beyond the defence. Crosses it in. Big header! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Eto'o is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Bellingham. Looking tidy in possession here. Bellingham. And no, that was never going to make it. Oh, this looks sharp.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Looking for options for movement. Maicon gets into some space. And it's hoisted clear. And they've got rid. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. There's the whistle then to start the second half. Now he's off and running. Bale. Rodri. And it's Bale. Knocks it into space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. And he's in on goal. He's had a shot! Well, now it's a... Oh, he's been caught napping. Has another go!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Bellingham producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. DiMarco, played out wide. And here's the chance to counter. Taken back almost at once. Roberto Carlos. Rodri. And here's Bale. Yaya Toure.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players...
Bale! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Bellingham. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Kimmich. Lovely ball. Chance for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Osimhen actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Ball's gone out of play. And the volley. Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. He's in plenty of space here. It's a mighty effort! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Clermont are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Tries to play it through. Delivers. He gets big. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Rooney clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Van Dijk getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Lam. Vieira. And it's Rooney. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Gnabry looking to get on the end of this. Gets into some space. It's gone out for a throw-in. Played into the middle. He rises! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Aimed beyond the defence. Rooney gets into a good position. It's going to be another throw.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Lam. Now that looks a decent ball. Played in deep. He's got tall. He has done it. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Roberto Carlos.
Clermont are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Alarm. Looking for options for movement. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Ronaldinho. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Has a shot! Rijkaard. And here's Suarez. And he's cut it out. Quality ball. For Schneider. And here's Cristiano. Bale! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Vieira. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Played out wide. In towards the back stick.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Taken back almost at once. Bale. Looking for the run. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Gnabry is looking to influence the game from out wide. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the first half is done. Some first half thoughts?
Clermont certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing. Don't leave the door open for the opposition.
There's the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Araujo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Toure trying to keep this in. Rooney. And it's Nesta. Alarm. And here's Schneider. Yaya Toure. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nicely spread. And this is Bale. Decent chance! We've got a goal! The second half sparks straight into life.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Clermont get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
It's Ronaldinho! Bale. Almost an hour gone. And this is Bale. Now what a terrific header! There's a goal! have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Cross to the back post. Van der Sar deals with that nice and simple. Bale, a player who needs no introduction. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Referee's given a throw. Played over towards the opposite flank. Who saw this coming? What an enthralling contest. What a wonderful contest. Luis Suarez. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Searching pass he's played there. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Lam. Great vision. That's Gerrard. Rivaldo. Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Messi. Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. Played back into the centre. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cleared away.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And he's managed to get free. And he's there to get it away. So what can they make of this? Lam, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. This is the time you need that pace.
Plays the return pass. David Villa. Oh, that was vital.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Milan are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. And it's Drogba. Nicely weighted ball. Cross into the box. Ferdinand is there and he can get that clear. Can he get it through? Oh, nicely intercepted. Platini. Can he get on the end of this? Zaire Emery. Lam. And it's made its way to him. And the cross comes in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So to clarify, extra time will follow. Into extra time we go. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Zaire Emery. It's Bellingham. Tries to pass it through. Here comes the cross. Corner it is.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Climbs up big, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That is lovely. This looks promising. Big header! Yes, it's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
This has become one superb game of football.
Such a big goal.
Oh, smashing header! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Clermont get themselves into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Picked out Drogba! Oh, well played. Exemplary, that. This their second corner of the game. Up he goes! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Extra time reaches half-time. Clermont come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? And we are already back underway. And the shot! Oh, taken with style. And he is just ripping it up.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Clermont take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Alexander-Arnold knocks it into space. And no, that was never going to make it. Rivaldo. Roberto Carlos. Clermont looking to pass their way through. David Villa. Vieira. Alexander-Arnold. And they can counter here. Bellingham in acres of space out wide. Spread neatly. No, he's had it taken off him. And it's Zaire Emery. Great ball, and he's in here. Platini.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And there goes the final whistle. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Clermont can be really happy with this. I saw it as...
Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Wang Hichan is definitely worth a mention, Peter. Okay, he's not a great creative force, but if you're looking for someone to get on the end of things, he's shown time and time again that he's the man to step up. He's going to...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. They've played it short. Played into the middle. He gets big! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Wolverhampton are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And the cutback. He's having a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
That is a really good chance miss, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Gently done. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Iniesta. And it's Ferdinand. It's Roberto Carlos. Ferdinand. Iniesta. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Rooney. Now Ronaldinho. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hwang Hee-chan. Looking for a runner. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Yaya Toure. Clermont finding their passes. He's tried one! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And that has been knocked clear. Wolverhampton are looking to go forward now. And it's Van Basten. Driving forward.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he lines up a cross. He's got tall. Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Opts for safety. Over to the other side. Costa Curta. Yaya Toure. And here's Van Basten. Van Basten! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving.
Chance, surely! A real chance and a real let-off. Iniesta. Rooney. Now it's Ronaldinho. Plays a sharp little... And the shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Out to the right. He is just caressing the ball. Looking for a corner. Clermont have the chance to go the other way. Rooney takes control of it and he's on the move. Pinches it off him. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Played out towards the right wing. He slings it in. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And he's heaved it away. Tries to pass it through. Van Basten driving on and making good progress. And there is the half-time whistle. How would you review the first half?
Clermont really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Clermont go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Always onto this. Strong running down that left flank.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's there to retrieve it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Huang Hee-chan.
Wang Hee-chan really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Wolverhampton needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Van Basten being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
"60 minutes played. And he's whipped it across. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Rooney. Yaya Toure. Ronaldinho picks it up out wide. Nicely weighted ball.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Rooney. That is very well defended. Huang Hee-chan. Hoisted in. Climbs up big. Oh, crossbar! Forward it goes. Luis Suarez. Now he's off and running. And he cuts out the supply. Rooney. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Van Basten. Now Yaya Toure. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Has a look and plays it forward. Has crossed into the... It's a mighty effort! It's in! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, there's going to be a significant change of approach, I think. They really are shaking up their attack now.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Wolverhampton making consecutive changes here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's shifting through the gear, shapes to shoot! And that has been cleared. Nesta. Ferdinand. And it's Nesta. Now Costa Curta. Nesta. Oh, good spread. Threads one in. Rooney. Rooney proves just a little bit too strong. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rooney. Ball driven towards the far post. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Up he goes! And he's there to clear it. Iniesta crosses. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Played out to the right. That's tidy. Ferdinand. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Van Basten taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, I think what was key, Peter, in this game was how the team set the right tone. Once they went ahead, that was pretty much that. It was a cruise to the final whistle.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We have already started here. Well, this formation was traditionally considered a bit defensive, but now very much back in vogue due to some pretty well-known proponents, Jim.
Yeah, the 3-5-2 has been used by some of the biggest and most successful teams around, Peter. You know, one of its key strengths is the fact that it's well suited to playing out from the back. And I think you'd have to have a look at the wing-backs in that manner, because they can get forward.
Oh, smashing header! Decent enough try.
Suarez is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Looking for options for movement. It's a promising position. He's onside. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Rooney. Luis Suarez. And it's Rooney. Well, you would think that the name Luis Suarez on any team sheet is sufficient to make... And the shot! Danger averted for now. Now it's Rooney. Plays it in low.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking to go deep. He rises! Cleared without complication. Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked it up out wide. Incoming delivery. Still goalless at the moment. Akinsanmiro. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Nesta. Now Yaya Toure. And here's Van Basten. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nesta. Ronaldinho. Rooney. Luis Suarez! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Suarez really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Van Basten. Yaya Toure. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now, can they get him away? And he gets rid in a hurry. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Oh, this looks sharp. Rooney. And he's hit it long. And here's Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho! Deftly away. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Can he stop it going out? And now a sudden chance to counter. And no, he's seen through all of that.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's in a great position here. Van Basten. Akinsanmiro. Unzola. That's a good ball out wide. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Van Basten. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Great vision. Always onto this.
Well played and well cleared.
Just 5 minutes left until the break. Quadrado. Akinsanmiro. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Quadrado. Plays a sharp little ball here. Iniesta. Rooney. Rooney puts his foot on the gas, threads one in, and this is Luis Suarez. Well read, and the danger is averted. And it's half-time here. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're underway again.
Clermont have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now it's Iniesta. Crosses it in. Terrific header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Ferdinand. And Iniesta. Akinsanmiro. Quadrado. Very nicely done. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Rooney being hunted in packs. Van Basten! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. Plays the return pass. Cuadrado. 60 minutes played. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Chance here to counter. And this is Van Basten. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Akinsanmiro. Some really good ball movement. Now it's Cuadrado. And he's had a hit! Iniesta. And it's Roberto Carlos. Ferdinand. Ronaldinho. Now, what about a counter-attack? And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Van Basten. Oh, they can break here. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, well played, well played. And the counter is on. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Unsola. And he welcomes it in.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Ferdinand. And it's Iniesta. Now it's Unsola. That is lovely. Unsola. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. And he thumps it clear. And this is Cuadrado. He's having a shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's real chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Oh, what a climb! Yes, he's done it! And surely that has won the day! Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Clermont take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
He's found a way through. Fired deep towards the back post. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Pisa really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and
the finish! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
that's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
And that's tries a shot! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Yaya Toure, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.